Hey guys, so I'm here today with a Netflix and chill makeup tutorial. This is what happens when you get married, or even when you get in a, committed relationship, you live together. You don't necessarily got a lot of money to spend, especially when you have kids. Well, the worst thing for us is that we're so used to the past like 3 years of our lives with our two kids just like going to sleep early. Early. My husband goes to work pretty early, so like Monday through Friday we go to sleep like early. Unless we have our kids spend the night somewhere. If we go out like on a Friday or Saturday night, we still gotta wake up at 6, when the kids wake up. So it's not always like the funnest thing. So Netflix and chill, we like to call it Cafecito and chill, because and I know the term Netflix and chill is not just literally Netflix and chill, okay? I'm not that old. But yeah, we Cafecito and chill. A lot of times my husband will be putting the kids to sleep. I'll make a Starbucks run, go get us some coffee, some pastries, something to cheat on, a little snack. So yeah, we were obsessed with Games of Thrones for a while. We're done with that. We just started Stranger Things, so we're on that right now. So I like to actually get ready, not just slap on some mascara. I spend my 90% of my days during the day looking like a hobo, so that's all I do. A sweatshirt, some yoga pants, throw my hair up like this. That's because you'll see that's what he usually comes home to. So this is a treat, okay? This is a treat. So yeah, this is all your preference, what you like to do, how you like to look while you're doing it, So if you guys want to see how I got this look, just go ahead and keep on watching. So let's just jump right in. Yeah, this is me, how I am most of the time. Hair up, makeup, my glasses, whatever. So let's completely begin this process. So I'm going to put on my contacts. Yes, these are prescription contacts. I've been wearing these since I was like in 8th grade. Obviously not the same pair, but the same like color. So a lot of people don't know that these aren't my eyes, So then I just kind of cleansed my face with the micellar water and put a little moisturizer on, this argan oil that I use all the time. I'm almost out, so I'm kind of nervous I have to buy another one soon because they're a little pricey. But moving on to primer, I'm just going to use my Hangover RX primer and my smoothing primer by Makeup Forever. These are just like my holy grail primers. I do love the Fenty one right now though. But I also have been loving using concealer, specifically the Tarte Shape Tape, just because it's so thin and it dries really well. I honestly don't really have to set it, but just to be on the safe side, I do set it with the Cover FX translucent powder. And then after this, we're going to move on to the Carli Bybel Deluxe Edition palette, and I'm just going to do a pretty simple eye look. I'm just going to use kind of like warm orange tones, the orange ones that are in the palette. So I start off with the lighter one and then kind of buff it all over my lid and my crease. And then I'm going to go in with the darker one and kind of focus that one on the outer corner with a smaller blending brush. It's a little bit more tapered, so it let me kind of just stay right there in that little corner. And then after that, I'm going to go in with the same brush and that bronzy brown shade down there, just to add a little some, just a little specialness to the eye look, so it's not just so matte and one dimensional, I guess. And then I'm going to go in with the Epic Ink NYX Liner. I like this liner because it's very black and it dries matte, but it doesn't stay on very well. So you'll see at the end I kind of have to touch it up after I do my lashes and everything. But yeah, if you guys have any recommendations on a good liquid liner, let me know. And then after liner, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my mascara to just kind of prep my lashes for my falsies. And I've been loving the Lash Paradise one. I picked up the waterproof one recently and I love it so much better than the regular one, so highly recommend this. And I'm going to use the Coco Goddess lashes. I love these lashes. I'm going to use this aloe vera adhesive that I have. I've really been liking it. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and apply them with some tweezers. I do like to kind of pinch like where it meets my real lashes. Just, be careful. And yeah, you saw the difference there. Lashes make a huge difference. So after lashes, I'm going to go ahead and start with the face, like go back to the face. I like to do the primer and all that stuff like before so it can kind of seep in before I go in with foundation. I'm kind of between shades right now, so I'm using 2 shades of the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, and I don't know where that clip went where I buff it out, but I just use the sponge you'll see to blend out my concealer right now. I'm using light medium, and it's like exactly my skin tone, so I do go in right now with Tarte Shape Tape in light, like what I use to prime my eyes, just to brighten up right underneath like my ojitos right there, just to give that little brightening effect. And I've been loving this Morphe sponge. Like, it's so convenient. Like, it has that little edge, and you'll see how I kind of like use it to do certain things. And I'm going to do the brows next. I'm like super speeding this up just so that you guys can kind of see the process, I guess, but just, not keep you here for like 1,200 hours. So I literally just use this little brow powder trio from Tanya Crooks, the Brow Gal. Like, I got this in a BoxyCharm, and I just love it. I just can't use my brow wiz anymore. It just looks so natural, but so clean and like nice. I love how they come out. And then I'm going to go back with my translucent powder. I don't like to set my face like right away. I like it to kind of dry down as much so I don't have to use that much powder. And yeah, my skin is dry, so it like soaks up the product anyway, so it allows me not to use that much product. And usually I do my cream contour before this, but I totally forgot. But like I said, since I don't really use a ton of powder anyways, especially in this area where I'm using the cream contour, this is the Fenty one in Mocha. I, felt totally comfortable like just doing it after the fact, so it's totally fine. And then I'm using this little Morphe brush. I love it for cream contour. It's like so small and compact. I'll write all of the like brushes and everything that I don't specifically like name down below. So I just go ahead and buff it out around like the perimeter of my face. And then just a little bit of nose contour, a little tiny bit, same brush. And then I go in with this brush that I usually use like to buff out my concealer if I don't use my sponge, and just kind of blur out the middle part right there. And then I'm going in with this E34 by Morphe, and I just kind of pinch it to give it a little bit of a fanned out like effect. That way it cuts my cheeks like a little bit better. And I'm using the Tarteist shade, the actual powder, because there's a cream like bronzer, I guess, and a regular powder bronzer, and I'm using the powder one. And then now I'm using that Morphe sponge to like really carve out my cheekbones. So when I use my butter bronzer, that's very like natural, a very natural bronzer. But since this one is more like for contour, like I will do this like whole cleaning up under there process, because you can tell a lot more that like it goes down a little bit. So yeah, I just did my lower lash line really quick, just the same colors, and buffed them out. And then I used Costa Riche by MAC eyeliner. I love this eyeliner. I've used it like all the time on my channel. So it's like a red brown, and it just looks so pretty when I do like any brown eye. So then I just did a little mascara, and now I'm just buffing away all of the excess powder. And I'm using another MAC product. It's Gingerly Blush, one of my favorite blushes by them. I don't know where that clip went, where I did my blush, but I used the same E34. And then I did some clear brow gel, and now I'm using the matte vanilla shade to just highlight in my tear duct and under my brow bone. As for lips, I ended up doing 2 colors. I did Child Star by Too Faced, and then on the outer corners and like kind of like lining my lips, I used Cool Girl. And then I used a Tarte Gloss in Obvi. I love this combo. If I don't know what to do with my lip color, this always looks great with everything I use. And then I used those 2 highlights in the Tarteist palette. And yeah, this is also like a little highlight combo that I love to use if I don't know what to use. And then I set with the Mario Badescu facial spray. And here I am going over my liner. I love how black it is, but like I said, it's just a little annoying that it kind of rubs off as I'm doing my makeup. But yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. My hair is staying like this, and this is as good as it's gonna get. And I hope you guys have a good weekend. Bye.